I started my period in 6th grade, and I hit puberty before everyone else. So I had really big boobs, and I was really sexualized at that time. I went to a private school, and we had to wear uniforms, and I felt really uncomfortable because we had to wear like tight khaki pants and tight polo shirts. Yeah, and I was kind of shown many times that my body wasn't like respected, or it wasn't mine. I remember this date I went on with the guy. It might have been right before high school, but he was a little bit older than me, and he picked me up, and he came to the door and like said hello to my parents, and then we got in his car, and like before we got out of the neighborhood, he was trying to do stuff. I wonder if like I went home and like if I even told anyone, or if I just internalized it and was like, well, this is just what it's like, I guess, you know? So I definitely didn't feel safe in my body, and I think that kind of led me into depression in high school, feeling very lost and anxious. I met someone who had transitioned from female to male, and I think that planted a seed for me. I remember one day I was in French class, and we got to choose like French names to go by in class. And I remember I chose the name Caden, which is not French or anything, but it was like an opportunity for me to like create this new identity.
What's up, guys? It's Caden.
I was so depressed, and I didn't really have the motivation to like do anything. So having motivation to work towards creating this new person was really exciting. I started dating girls, and that felt very safe and more comfortable and enjoyable, because dating guys was kind of scary. So I just started taking these little steps, and at the time it kind of just felt like taking my power back, like dressing differently, changing my name, cutting my hair. It was like giving me the power to control my life and my body. And then I got into testosterone.
Hey guys, I'm about to take my 3rd shot of testosterone.
Which was really, really exciting for a couple years to like take my injections, and I was really excited to see the changes that would happen.
All done. That was easy. Didn't even hurt that much.
And I think that it definitely cultivated like a love for myself, because I was excited for my voice to get deeper. And then when it got deeper, I was so happy, you know. And then when I gained more muscle, or I got facial hair, like the changes on my body, it was like puberty, but I was like loving it, versus the puberty I went through where I was just like shamed and sexualized.
It's Caden, and I've been on T for 6 months and 28 days now. I'm almost 8 months on T.
I'm a man! I'm a man!
And then I got chest hair, and I was like, I don't want a hairy chest. It sounds horrible. And so eventually I just decided, like, I don't want to keep taking it. I'm content with the changes that have happened. I feel more comfortable in my body. I'd gotten top surgery too by then.
Ready to go.
Which I think at the time was a big weight off my chest, literally. I got a lot of guy friends later, and it was interesting because I still feel like I was really trying to prove that I was one of them, but it helped me feel safe. Like I was equal to you now, you're not sexualizing me, you know? But I remember it was so fun to like go to the pool with the boys and be shirtless, and it felt so good. With my ex having gone through pregnancy with her for our daughter to come, and like just witnessing that, I've the past year had to really mourn that they're gone, and like I can still feel them, but they're not there. And when I get my period, before it starts, my chest hurts, and it did before, but I feel like it's more painful now because it's all like trapped inside. Yeah, now that I'm just more in my body, because when I was younger, I was not, because I was just trying to not be depressed. You know, I wasn't in my body. And now I am, and it just feels very hollow and very cut off.
Hi, little one. Oh, you upset.
You know, just having to mourn that Like, I couldn't breastfeed my daughter, which I didn't carry her, but I didn't have that option. And if I choose to have kids in the future, I can't do that. And so I still have to mourn that a lot. And it's gotten to a point where I remember, because I'm always trying to be positive and be like, well, I made that decision, you know, it got me where I am. I accept my body. But I had to be like, okay, true to all of that, but also like, I'm mad and I'm upset and I'm hurt that they're gone, and that is forever. And in the past few years, I've been more accepting of my feminine, and so it's hollow sometimes to like feel like I'm having a part of me missing, to live years trying to be something that my body is just not, and then to go back to like accepting who I am, but now I'm missing parts. It's like, it's a journey, and it's hard sometimes. When I first got my period after transitioning, I remember I got it and like I had cramps, and this time I kind of just was like, just like feel them, you know, like breathe and like feel what it feels like, and don't pop a Midol and just make it go away. And that was really cool because it felt more like I was like honoring my body and like accepting that this was a part of it. And it hurt, but it wasn't like horrible. Like, I've inflicted more pain on myself than that pain. Like, I was allowed to just accept it and feel it. I really went on like spiritual healing too. Like, I started getting these workshops online by this YouTuber that I followed, and like just taking the time to like, okay, what are the stories and beliefs I tell myself? And
you have to love it all. And I really didn't understand that until today. You literally have to love all of who you are, this person.
And I think I was told when I was younger, like, oh, well, this happened to me, this is worse, by other people. So I like downplayed what happened to me. And so I finally opened up to a therapist about it. And that really, I think, shifted things and helped me begin to like question why I transitioned. During one of those workshops, I had to write forgiveness letters. And I wrote to like all the men in my life from the past, and like met them with like, you know, compassion and like forgiving them, because I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the fact that they thought those things were okay and that they were raised that way. Meeting my ex, my daughter's mother, that relationship really held me to feel safe and loved just as a person, just as a soul. It didn't matter about my identity. And within dating her, I think I healed a lot of my feminine and felt safe enough to let it out, because I think transitioning was like me getting to a point where I did not feel safe being a woman and being like, okay, you can't be a woman anymore. Like, hide everything that has hurt you in this world and then be this masculine. And so I got into a point where my feminine was like, no, you need to let us out, you know? And that came through like having horrible back pain where I couldn't even like sit up. I definitely believe our body will force us if we are not listening to our intuition or what needs to be felt. And so my ex was massaging me with CBD oil on my back, and I just remember like crying so hard, and all I heard was like, I'm so sorry, Hannah, which is my birth name. Just like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And after that, I just knew I had to, the time, like, I was like, couldn't comprehend like being Hannah again, like in the world, but I knew I needed to like let her out fully. It's been really healing to go back to like my roots. It sounds corny, but like who I was raised as, you know, and use the experiences I had as Caden. Because I think being Caden, like, he helped me find my voice and like stand up for myself after being suppressed for so long. Now I'm so grateful to be where I'm at, and especially having a daughter now, like, I have so much more love for my body and who I am, and I want to teach her that from the beginning.
Under the trees.